Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about payment deferrals, how to apply for unemployment for Uber Lyft drivers, stimulus checks, some grant from the government. We're going to talk about Doordash Help. Let's go. The stimulus checks, I know everyone has already talked about it. Everyone knows about it. So it's the $1,200 per person, $500 per kid. The income limit for those per family, $150,000 a year. If you make more than that, you still get some. If you make $195,000 a year for a family household, you're not getting any. As long as you filled out taxes either for 19 or 18, and you got a direct deposit there, they're gonna just wire the money into your bank account. And in California, I already have some friends that already received it. I haven't gotten it myself yet, but people started getting it, so they said mid-April, and so it's work in progress. It's not in alphabetical order, which my last name starts with Z, so I'm excited it's not. Unemployment. So how to file unemployment, because that was a struggle. I actually procrastinated to file for unemployment because, as you guys saw, I was doing the DoorDash, I was doing like some food delivery, was trying to avoid the unemployment, but at some point I just realized that it was unavoidable. And so while I was doing DoorDash, always on the back of my head, I was like, okay, I know that option is there. I can always go back and fill it out. And I was kind of calm and everything under control. Well, when I actually decided to do it, and it wasn't as easy, and I'm like, oh crap, now I'm panicking. But no need to panic. I'll walk you through how to do it. First of all, rule number one, do not call them. It's impossible. They only work, or at least the phone calls that they receive, only from 9 to 12 a.m., and it's impossible to get through. I've tried like 2 or 3 days. Basically, the main reason I didn't do it online, because there wasn't any option for Uber and Lyft drivers. So I was gonna ask how to do it specifically for contractors, because as you know, this unemployment, because of COVID-19, we're eligible now. Before, you wouldn't be able to do that, so that's why they don't have that option online. So basically, I try to call them 3 days in a row. Even when you do get through almost to the last step before you get a person, they kick you out, say there's too many people in line waiting. And I even got through, I started calling like at 8 a.m. and they open at 9. And I started calling at 8, and I got through like 9:03, and they said there's too many people in line. So I was like, I don't think that system is working. Or maybe there's so many people. I mean, there are a lot of people calling, so I don't know. But anyway, so don't waste your time. You're gonna Google basically unemployment application and put your state. So employment application California. So there's two things. First, they kind of confuse you with like, hey, do you have employer? And of course, Uber Lyft drivers like, no, we don't have employer. And if you click you don't have employer, you're kind of out of luck. So you're gonna click you do have an employer. And who is your employer? Your employer is, well, Lyft or Uber, whatever you do. And then it's going to ask you to put your supervisor's name, supervisor's information, right? So you're actually going to put Logan Green for Lyft. It's actually CEO of Lyft, okay? So technically, he's your supervisor. And at least that works for unemployment, okay? And for Uber, it's going to be obviously the Uber CEO. I don't know if I can pronounce her name. Dara Khosrowshahi. Khosrowshahi. Jesus. As far as occupation, it'll ask you what occupation it is. Just put the closest one. I found their import delivery service, which kind of works for what we do. I mean, we do deliver people from airport. Right, so, but I think it's the closest one. I mean, everyone's aware of the situation, so I'm not saying that they're approving right and left, but at least it's a lot less strict if it was in a regular time, okay? Each state has a different max for the week. So for example, California's max is $450 a week. and different states it's different. So like in New Jersey, you know, $700 something a week. In other states varies, so you can Google that as well. Also, besides that minimum or the maximum, you also have unemployment benefit, which is additional $600 besides the unemployment. You're probably not gonna get that in the states other than New York right now. So New York's got hit pretty big, so they're getting it first. And from what I've read, people just getting additional $600 without doing anything extra. Now, economic injury disaster loan. Sounds disastrous. Is that a word? I don't know. Either way, EIDL it's called. It sounds scary, but it's actually not. And even though it is called a loan, it's basically a grant. So it's $10,000 grant from the government to help out all small businesses. I applied for it. To apply for that grant, it's asking me for EIN, Employer Identification Number. It's pretty easy to get. I'm gonna leave a link in the description below how to apply for EIN. It does not require you to register your full business. It just asks you some information about your business. So just answer some simple questions. There's an option of sole proprietor. Basically means that you work for yourself. You're an individual. You individually own a company. Okay. It's very easy if you do it online. You can request it sent to you by mail, but it takes like 5-7 days. I don't see the reason why you would do it. So if you just do it online, they basically give you EIN number right away, and then you go to another link that I'm gonna leave in the description and apply for economic injury disaster loan, which is basically a grant. So it's a loan because if you get 10,000 and you go to Vegas and rock and roll, they're gonna want that money back. But if you actually spend 10,000 on your business, you can keep it, which I'm gonna spend on my business. So definitely should take advantage of that. My theory is that you shouldn't feel guilty taking advantage of those packages or funds available from the government, because my opinion is I don't think it's just here's free money, take it, right? It's when we go back to work, government's not stupid. They will want the money back one way or another. So they're either gonna increase the taxes, or we're gonna pay more in gas, or I don't know. But they'll use us to get that money back. So you might as well take advantage of it now. Payment referrals. Pretty big, pretty huge. At least in my situation, it's huge relief because I have a mortgage payment and I have 2 car loans, and I was able to defer all 3 of them. So my mortgages was Wells Fargo. I called them. They did not request any additional proof that you were impacted or anything. Everyone was aware of the situation, so they just said, you impacted, you say yes, and they're like, okay. So basically what that payment deferral is, it also is like protection plan. So it doesn't go against you for like late payments, it doesn't go into like credit report, so your credit report is not going to be ruined. But basically they take the 3 months or up to 90 days, basically put those months. They don't forgive those payments, but they put it on the back of the mortgage, which is basically, I mean, unless you're about to pay off your house, maybe you shouldn't defer them. But in my case, I got the house a couple of years ago, so I still have about 28 years to go. So I don't mind having additional 3 months at the end of it. So, and as far as cars go, each bank has done it differently. So one of my car is Toyota, and I've done it through Toyota Financial Loan. And once you go to their website, it's super easy process. It's just like, hey, it's COVID-19. If you're impacted, would you like to defer payment? Just click yes, and bam, that's it. They deferred it for 2 months in my case. and same for I have a loan with schools credit union. I had to call them. You can defer any loan basically twice in a calendar year and 10 times total in a loan life. So I was able to defer 2 of my car payments, mortgage payment. I wasn't, because I'm also renting a place, and I wasn't able to rent the defer rental, but they do have, again, protection plan. Does require you not to evict, so you can basically not pay for your rent, and you won't be evicted. You won't be homeless until this COVID-19 is happening. But you'll still own that money. I don't know. I'm just not gonna deal with that. But at least it's nice if you're in critical situation, and at least you know you're not gonna be, on the street. All right. Well, let's start. You're gonna ask, what is this in my hands that I'm throwing around? Well, it's DoorDash. It says DoorDash, and it's actually DoorDash. It's been 2-3. No, more than that. It's about a month that they sent a email saying that we're trying to help out our drivers who are driving around, to give out gloves, hand sanitizer, and wipes. And they said they're free, but you have to pay $5 for shipping. Unfortunately, we can't cover shipping. So I went online. Paid $5 for shipping. They had like option of like super small hand sanitizer and bigger one. So I chose the bigger one. I chose one wipe and gloves. So I chose all 3, and this is what I got. But my guess is, I haven't opened it yet. It's here. I'll show you. I want to open it with you guys. So I don't know what's inside. Okay, I just don't. Do you believe that it's gonna have hand sanitizer, gloves, and wipes in this little box? Or let's find out. Bam. Whoa, not that easy. Bam. Well, if you guessed wipes, you were right. I was hoping it's still all 3 in those vacuum thingies that you can get like a tons of stuff. Well, I guess I could have guessed by this that it's wipes, but smells alright. Yeah, it's wipes. Alright, well, they, I guess, because I got this a few days ago, I didn't record a video until now, so I want to keep it, because I do have wipes. So basically, I don't know if they'll still send it to me or no, but they basically lied, and only for $5 they send this little box of wipes to me. It's kind of cool, says Doordash. It's kind of bummer that they didn't. Obviously, hand sanitizer is the most needed, but I found out yesterday that in my local Dollar Tree store, they get their shipment Mondays, and every Monday they get hand sanitizers. Today is the 14th. And Governor of California is supposed to talk about possibly getting back to work soon. So keep you guys updated on that. Yeah.